What's up, fam? Hope you're doing well. So, when a woman moves on from you, or she has decided that she doesn't love you anymore, something in her brain switches. Now, this is something which women go through every breakup. Maybe they're into a guy, and then for whatever reason, he does something which turns her off, and she loses attraction and respect for him. So, what happens in her mind at this exact moment is called an RA reticular activation system flip, an RAS flip. Now, what this does is it essentially means that she can only focus on the bad things about you if you're going through this, or whoever it is that she's in a relationship with. And she then just focuses only on that negative stuff, and she can't even see. Maybe you've had like 10 years of marriage and you've had an amazing time together, you've had loads of great experiences. In that moment, she won't even be able to reflect on that. She won't even be able to comprehend that there was anything good in the relationship. Her sole focus will be on the worst things that you have done. And she will maybe make things up of how she perceived them to be. But in her mind, these are the worst areas for you. And she has to do this in order to move on from you. Maybe you broke up with her, which is actually, what that's going to do to her is that's going to obviously trigger a lot of anxiety, a lot of upset in her life. It's a shock to her. But eventually, when she goes to move on, she's going to stop thinking about all the negative stuff. So this is what happens in her mind, and this is what catches a lot of guys off guard. She can go from being the sweetest girl who you've ever known, who just, would do anything for you and just thinks you're tells you how amazing you are all the time. But then when that switch flips, it's near impossible to turn that around. In the instance that if this happens to you, the best thing you can do in that moment is to accept it. You'll instantly, not come across as desperate or needy, and then just go no contact and work on yourself. That's the only way to turn it around. And then in a few weeks, months down the line, she may look at you living your best life. She may see you, maybe hanging around other beautiful girls, and then she may get jealous and want you back. This is very common for after breakups, for women to go back to the guy that they're previously dating because an amount of time has elapsed. But in that moment when they're trying to get over him, she can only picture the worst things. So you trying to convince her otherwise of that isn't going to work. Her brain has already switched into that mode, and she can only see those bad things. So if you are going through this, it is obviously extremely confusing and extremely hard to deal with. And really, the only thing... So somewhere along the line, you messed up. Somewhere along the line, you did some behavior which she thought was going to, which she deemed as unattractive, or made her lose respect for you. So all you can do is identify what that behavior was that you did, because something turned her off, and then work on it. Try and improve on that, and try and actually level up and be better for your next relationship, or should you ever get back with her. So that's really all we can do. We can learn from those mistakes. Like, I've made tons of mistakes. One of my first, this exact thing happened to me. For my first long-term relationship, I was with this girl for 4 years, and we broke up twice. The first time, this exact thing happened. Had the flip, made out that I was the worst person, but it wasn't as bad the first time. But then we got back together after about 6 months. She came back to me because I went no contact and started moving on with my life. Then she came back, funny that. And then the second breakup, that was when I found out through other people that things she was saying about me, which weren't even true. She was making up a load of things, a load of lies about me, that made me out to be a really, really bad person. So this is what they'll do. They'll convince other people and you, maybe try and alienate, get other people on their side and try and convince them that you are a bad person and you are in the wrong. So all you can do in this moment is move on. Admit that you messed up, or maybe you just weren't a good fit together in the first place, and then go find someone who you are more compatible with. Hope this helps.